Okay. Wow. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm using a different streaming software, and it was just not being very cooperative, but it looks like we got it, and hopefully everything goes the way it should. And right when I say that, I see one thing: the bot is not showing up. So of course, there's always something. And oh yeah, it's just a little bit of jazz. That's what I was listening to, trying to get this thing to work and turn on. But eh, oh well, it is what it is. Um, Trying to learn all the little ins and outs of this thing. Let's see, how do I turn this off and this on? Oh, there I am. Hello. Hey, and there's the bot. The bot just came on. Okay, cool. All right, we are now rolling. So hopefully the image should look a little bit clearer. It's not using nearly as much of my CPU, and I will do something about the chat itself on the screen, because I don't know, I don't like the green color for this one. I'll switch that up to a different color. But yeah, I'm doing okay. It's been a very weird day, to say the least, and I'm going to be doing something I never really intended to do to begin with. So it's somewhat an important topic, and it's just my thoughts on it. I'm not going to try and call anyone out or anything like that, just sharing my thoughts and observations. So, but yeah, anyway, I'm doing okay. How are you, Paranormal Witch? Hopefully you're doing all right. Oh, and I have to keep an eye out as well because my cat is outside, so I might have to pounce up and go and get her in a few minutes or so. And I don't want to be in the thick of things and then having to interrupt the flow. And it's like, all right, gotta get the cat. Sorry, guys. That would be very annoying. Yeah, well, busy and kids go hand in hand. I would be scared if it didn't. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know. It's been a weird day. It's been more than a weird day. It's been a weird few weeks, actually. And I've been thinking about certain things that people have been telling me about the magic community, and, just seeing different things that I don't really like, but then I like. So it's very much weird, to say the least. And if you can't tell, I'm very nervous about this one because normally with Unexplained Possibilities, I want it to be a fun place, and yeah, hopefully you could learn a thing or two, but before that, it's entertainment. So I always saw it as entertainment first, then learn something, and then others, because like I don't have the vast knowledge in the occult or the paranormal field. This is a lot of other people do. Some guests that I'll get on and all of that. So first things first is like, well, at least be entertaining. Yeah, you're not going to learn anything, but at least you'll go away with a smile and like, hey, I enjoyed that. So that I can handle. At the very least, that's what I hope to have someone walk away with. I am entertained. That would be that's perfect for me. Um wow, this is like just so much less CPU. It's amazing. Gosh, I love it. So, I think I am going to go and get the cat real quick and I'll put the jazz back on for a second and then I'll pop back up. So I will be right back. All right, I'm back. And the cat is inside. So, oops. And I bumped that accidentally. There we go. That's a bit better. All right. So, yeah, she's eating a little snack, but she'll leave in a second. She's not going to stay. She never stays. Gonna say hello to everyone? Are you gonna make me a liar? No, she's looking for more. She wants more of her little temptation stuff. In New Orleans, huh? Oh, and there she goes. Oh no, she's gonna stay for a little bit. So there you guys go. You get a full look at Sweet Pea. Oh here. Which doesn't happen too much. But oh, and there we go. Now she's leaving. She's going to her spot. It's like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be here. I don't want to see you guys. Hello, Bonnie. Yep. All right, she's off. Okay, so yeah, this is something I normally wouldn't talk about because, like I was saying, um, Unexplained Possibilities. I want it to be a fun place and entertaining, and then perhaps you might learn a thing or two. But at the very least, be entertained. Darn it! And unfortunately, things have not been so entertaining away from Unexplained. I'll say that, and in regards to the magic community, it's just a very weird community that I don't fully understand. I have to sneeze. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Let me get in a better position. That I don't fully understand. And it's it's weird because there's so much potential here. And I'm not in the magic community. At least I don't consider myself to be. I am not an occultist. I am not a paranormal investigator. I am not a psychic. I do tarot, which I charge $10 for. So that's about it. I am fortunate enough to know a lot of people in said communities, and I like to think that I'm on good terms with just about everyone, and it makes it even more painful to see that there are knuckleheads in said community. And, today was one of those days where observing, listening, and seeing stuff where it's like, man, this community, these people, they will never come together. And I don't mean to be a negative Nancy with that, but it's just what I'm seeing. It's I don't know if it's clout chasing. I don't know if it's I want to be better than you. I have no idea. What I do know is that the dysfunction is pushing people further away from the goal, and there will never be a unified front because everyone, not everyone, I won't say everyone, but a chunk of people keep stabbing each other. Well, and not, and I'm just going to say it's not always being stabbed in the back. Sometimes it's being stabbed in the front too. And I've seen these communities talk about brotherhood or sisterhood, and they don't mean it. And that's what's so discouraging. They don't mean it. They're not truly unified. And like I said, I don't think it will ever happen because it always seems to be some type of agenda. And, it's hard to say that for me anyway, because I don't want to shake waves. That's not right. I don't want to make waves and, cause more disharmony. That's not the type of person I am. I literally like just about everyone, even people that I dislike, in some weird way, I like, you know, because I think that we make enemies out of each other way too easily, and it doesn't need to happen. It just does not have to happen. And oh boy, disappointment is the key word for me because it's so many people I am disappointed in. Some I've had on the show. One person in particular, I don't understand why he's doing the things he's doing because that was one of my favorite shows that I've done with him. Like, it was just really, really fun. It was really good. I learned a lot. The flow was good. It was entertaining as sin. And I'm out of everyone, I'm disappointed in him. I won't say names or anything. I mean, it's probably easy to figure out. Just go back and look at the shows. Like, which one did Melvin like most? Which one was he, you know? But disappointment is the key word. that is how I am feeling. It's disappointment and it's sadness as well. I'm really sad about this. And someone else mentioned, because they are in a magic community themselves, and they mentioned that, oh, welcome back, Sweet Pea. Oh, and there she goes. They mentioned that they have come up against the most animosity in said magic communities versus the paranormal community, paranormal investigators, and all of them. They're more accepting. And I initially wrote it off when they said this, but now, it's like I can't write it off. Let me hear them out. Let me think about it. Let me like use my noggin for once. And you have to ask, why are people so divisive? Is that the word? Divisive? What's the word? Someone tell me the word, darn it. But why they just go against each other so much? And I think part of that is actually in the root of the practice itself, because most magics were done in secret. Um, Divided, thank you. Um, Most magics were done in secret. You couldn't do your magic on the surface because you'll be called God knows how many different sorts. And you're a witch. You're a demon. You're working with devils. Kill them, burn them. You're going against God. All that nonsense. So it is a practice of secrets. It's just in the roots, and that practice, of course, is still alive today. It's not too many people who will go around and saying, I am a witch. I do this, I do that. I speak to demonic entities. I speak to angelic entities. And, it'll get you looks or thrown into the mental house, whichever one. Mental institution, I should say, the mental house. And I think because at its root, this mess is so secretive, it creates this divide, because you can't be true, you can't be open, because someone is going to get you. And in a weird way, that type of thinking, that little paranoia becomes it becomes a blueprint. You become the architect of your own demise in some ways. If you always look for an enemy, eventually you're going to create one. You'll find them because you created one. And that us versus you mentality and all of that nonsense, that needs to go. That just needs to go. It shouldn't be a us versus them and all of that. That's so ridiculous. The Because with that us versus them mentality, you create this ideology to where it's like, we're better than them. They just don't know it. We know it. They don't know it. And you lose that respect that you should have, even if you don't agree with whatever it is them in this case are saying or doing. You can't view things as a us versus them, because you put yourself on this pedestal. You'll never meet in the middle. It'll never be compromised. And then that's when the backstabbing starts, because you're telling people, well, you got to be on this side of the fence or you're on that side of the fence. You're either with me or you're against me. Pick your poison. And it's like, God darn it, man. Is it like that? Yeah, it's like that. Should it be like that? No, not in my opinion. If and it goes back to just the secrecy thing. If people in this magic community were just more open and actually communicated and stop trying to hide mess. Stop trying to be mysterious and dark and all that nonsense. Oh my gosh, life would be so much better. And then, yes, there probably could be a united front, but it can't be, because one person doesn't like the way this person practices. Instead of saying hell Lucifer, they say, I don't know, hell Thor or something. And it's like, no, this does not go with Thor. This is the quadruple bypass of Lucifer. And it's like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Like, you know, it has to be this way. No, it doesn't. From my understanding, when it comes to magic, spellcraft, working with deities or whatever, yes, there are specific things that deities like, but there's no rule that says you have to do it this way. Like, who? It's no. You don't have to do it this way, because magic is an art. Art is expression of oneself. Not all art looks good. There's some nasty looking art, but it is an art. It is an expression, and not every expression is the same. It can't be the same. It's impossible for it to be the same. And trying to impose your will and say, you're doing it wrong, you're not doing it the right way, what does that do? It creates this animosity. And now we have this divide splitting already, because some prick is trying to tell someone you're doing this the wrong way, instead of speaking with them and communicating and asking, why are you doing it this way for this person when I do it this way for that person? Instead of, you're doing it wrong. Your way is wrong. This is not the right way. And then the rumors start, where it's like, oh, so and so doesn't know how to do this right because they gave it like this. Now, again, this is somewhat of a generalization. I admit that, because when it comes to certain things with the magic, within the occult, yeah, there is a right way of doing it. The certain deities demand it be done a certain way. For instance, with voodoo, if you're going to contact the Lua, you do it exactly the way they want. Otherwise, it's insulting. They will get very angry, and you will probably get slapped. You know, that, oh boy. So yeah, there are some things that, no matter what, you just can't change, because it's what, and I guess in this case, spirit wants. So I would I would be highly careful with that one. But away from that, if you're doing stuff on your own, you're not using a spirit of some sort, then yeah, it's expression. It's no right, it's no wrong, it's expression. How are you expressing yourself? How does it make you feel? How does it not make you feel? You know, and too many people in the community don't understand that, and they don't accept that. And then, like I said, they start spreading the rumors and saying they don't know what they're talking about. I'll do it this way, and this is the right way, and you need to follow me if you really want it done right. And then we get into this cult like thing. And cults cults are very interesting, because cults are filled with people who want to be a part of something, who usually have nothing going on in their lives, and they want to be a part of something. And when they feel a part of something after having nothing, they will do whatever it takes to keep in that something, even if it doesn't make sense. They will not care. It's like, it doesn't matter. It makes sense to me. So, even if all the red flags are there, it's like, hey, don't give your money to this person. This isn't right. Like, you're in a cult, you're being brainwashed. You need to stop it. Like, no, 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 it is right. I have a family. I'm part of this, when really the people behind it, they don't give a flying rat's butt about you. They want what you have, they want your money, they will use you to for their benefit. And I'm seeing that in the magic community. I've been seeing it for a long time. 1 second, guys. I'm trying to hold in a sneeze. I think I'm catching a cold. All right. Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep it together. Um yeah, anyway, I'm seeing that mess in the magic community where people are using other people, and they don't have any respect for them, and they don't care. And it's like, how can you improve when you just don't care? And it goes back to this, like, yeah, magicians or sorcerers, witches, whatever you want to call each other, they tend to look out for numero uno because they had to. That's the thing. They had to look out for themselves because of persecution. And you couldn't trust anyone. You can't trust everyone. And that's still, again, rooted in today's modern witch or occultist, whatever they want to call it, where they feel they can't trust everyone. And unfortunately, with the way this magic community is, they're absolutely right. You can't. You absolutely cannot, because it's always someone, again, generalizing, maybe not always someone, but it's that one person who tries to get over on you, who tries to get that one up, and then it ruins it for everyone. And again, we go back to, it will never be a unified front. I hate the font on Stream Elements. I really dislike that. I'm sorry, that's so random, but I'm looking at it and it is driving me up a wall because it's too small. I don't like the green color. I really need to change that. But anyway, and like, what do you do? What do you do to create unity? Well, again, I'm looking at this from the outside in because, like I said, I hope that I am on good terms with most people. I hope they know that I'm willing to speak to just about anyone. You know what? No, I'm willing to speak to anyone. Like, it's just like that. Because as annoyed as I get at people, I hold no ill will for the most part. You have to do something really, really heinous for me to just say, you're the biggest scumbag in the world and I hate you. You know, you really have to be terrible, but I will speak to anyone and to just learn and ask what needs to be done for you guys to come together. What needs to be done? Do you need to communicate better? Do you need to just stay out of each other's business? What needs to be done? Because it's so ridiculous. I'm looking at people cut each other's throats. And then they say, oh, the Christians are the enemies. And, we got to stay in the dark. It's all. And that's the other thing. I might be going on a rant here, but my God, it's so many freaking posers. Like, oh, yes, we're into the dark life. Yeah, the dark life and the infernal empire. And oh my God, get over yourselves, man. Like, come on, seriously, get over yourselves. Just get over it. Just stop it. I mean, I'm not saying it's anything wrong with being goth or emo and liking darker things or whatnot. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it comes to a time where it's like you're putting on and you're again creating this weird mythos of, yeah, we have to be dark and mysterious and all this. So I'm going to use Bonnie as an example here. A few years ago, I actually found out Bonnie likes sparkly things, which cracked me up. It's like, wait, you like sparkles? So yeah, she likes sparkly stuff. If anyone wants to ever embarrass her and get her a gift or something, send her something sparkly. But anyway, saying that, she for the most part will wear something that has unicorn vomit all over it, all sparkly and glittery and all that stuff. Like, yeah, she can get into that weird dark mess, but for the most part, as long as I've known Bonnie, it's never been like, oh yes, hell, Satan 666, the Dark Lord cometh. It's never been like that. She's a weirdo, but never been to that extreme. Like, I see some people, and I think they do this intentionally so they can kind of freak out quote unquote normal people. And it's like, well, how is this helping your cause? You're scaring folks. You're not helping bring to light what it is you actually do, and it's because, like, I gotta show this darker side. Not really. I mean, what is it to show? What is it to show, man? Like, calm your happy butt down and get out of this. I have to be different. I mean, I get it. A lot of people on the left hand path will say are rebels, and they try to, I don't want to say, they tried to emulate Lucifer exactly, because that's not correct. Oh, good Lord, we'd all be up the creek without a paddle if that were the case. But I feel that they are rebellious in the wrong ways at times, and even to each other. And they feel more special than what they are. And that's another problem with the magic community. Everyone feels more special than what they are. You're not special. Maybe to mommy, but otherwise, you're not special. You're just another schmuck walking this planet trying to survive. You just happen to speak to different deities. You're not special. You're just doing it a different way. And that mindset has to go. Too many freaking occultists think they are something they're not. I mean, it's nothing wrong with having confidence. Absolutely nothing wrong with having confidence. But don't be. Oh, gosh, my camera cut off. Freaking software. It has been one of those nights. Either that or I'm getting cursed. So, whichever one. If I'm getting cursed, that's fine. But gosh darn it, can you turn it back on, please? Making me lose my train of thought. Anyway, I guess we'll continue like this and it'll eventually come back on. But too many occultists think they're special, and they're not special. Too many, and I've had this conversation with certain people. Too many think there's something they're not. Too many live in the past. And when I say past, I actually mean the past with what they used to be. And they're not embracing what they are right now, which majority of occultists, at least a good portion of the ones I know, are broke, around the poverty level, and it is what it is. We all want more. Maybe we even deserve more. Doesn't mean we're going to necessarily get it. And maybe that's the lesson too. Learn to be happy with the minimum. And occultists used to do that. They used to be like that. They didn't, and again, it circles back to the secrecy of the occult and its roots. They didn't need a lot to do their stuff. They weren't looking for all the riches in the world. They weren't. Yeah, pay me for my work, but they weren't looking for all the riches. What were they looking for? Insight. Maybe to become more one with nature, to understand science, to understand the beyond. And now many of them, oh, there we go, we're back. Haha. Many of them now want to be group leaders. You know, I'm the leader of this and you should listen to me. Again, cults, literal cults. I'm the leader of this. You should listen to me. No, listen to me. I'm the leader of this. Well, don't go here because they don't know what they're talking about, and really over here. And it's so annoying. It's so freaking annoying. And like I do want to say, I'm not getting on anyone in particular. I'm just talking about what I'm observing and what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing certain people leave, good people leave the community because of that. Because of this nonsense of follow me and I'll show you how it's really done. You know, and then the excuses that they make. The excuses that they make because they can't take accountability. You know, it sucks. We all mess up, but it's easier to just say, hey, I messed up. This was stupid. Oops. Than it is to come up with an excuse of why this happened or why that happened or why this didn't happen. And it's so much victimizing. It's a lot of victimizing. And it's just stupid. You know, it's like, why are you playing victim again and again? Like, how is that going to help you? How is that going to help anyone? Like, yeah, you're getting a little bit of pity, but what does that ultimately do except make you look weak? And I thought the left hand path you're supposed to be rebels. Rebels are strong. They are low in numbers, but they make that up in strength. They make that up in strength. And yet I see so many in this community, they're so weak. And they're so quick to want to curse someone. It's like, really? Come on. I'm going to sick Belial after you. Oh, well, I'll get Moloch after you. Oh, well, I'm going to throw in Pikachu. Thunder attack. I mean, gosh. Oh, hey, Curtis, welcome. Um, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And what does it do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, okay, so what are you going to do to me? I have some super hyper dimensional, extra dimensional alien who, at the snap of her fingers, can make some ancient deity vanish. All right, so does that mean I'm win? Does that make me the most powerful? You know, like, am I going to. Come on, man. Gosh, freaking imbeciles. Anyway, let me get back on track here before I turn into Curtis. Like, I'm losing my thought. Raw, you know, before I get like that. Um, but it's just crazy. It's so weird because left hand path, you guys are supposed to be rebels, but you're not rebels. You're weak. You're all just weak. And here's the thing. If you're weak, usually you come together to create a unified strength. And there's just no unification because it's always someone who wants a little bit more. Oh, and Bonnie brings up a very interesting point. The bullies in the community. I don't even know how that works. How are you going to try and bully someone and you're supposed to be studying the same thing or grant an understanding because they do it differently? What? Because they're prettier than you? You know, the jealousy in the occult community is ridiculous. Now, there is some jealousy in the paranormal community as well, mostly at the paranormal investigators who have become more famous and they're recognized and they're making that money. You know, it's hard not to be jealous of that. It's like, man, I want that. I've worked 10 years to blah blah blah. You know, you guys get it. But the jealousy is so weird because it comes from petty mess. It comes from petty mess. And I literally mean something petty. It can come from someone looking better in a bikini. And it's like, I don't like you because your tummy's flatter. Like, really? Like, that's why you don't, because their tummy is flat? I mean, it's just stupid stuff. Like, okay, I get it. I get, being upset if someone tried to curse granny or or they tried to kidnap your kid or something. That I get. I get that. I understand that. But because someone else is getting a little bit more attention than you, because they moved into some new type of territory or whatever, you're getting jealous and upset over that. And the funny thing is, you become that person that you're upset and jealous about. And that's the other thing that I've noticed that needs to change. Becoming what you say you're not. That happens a lot for some reason. Becoming the person you say you're not, the person you say you're better than. And it's like, no, you're not. You are them. You are that person. You look in the freaking mirror. Like maybe you physically don't resemble them, but you are them. And I had to come to this realization about myself not too long ago. And because it was someone I didn't really care for. And I was trying to figure out why I didn't like him. I looked in the mirror and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm describing aspects of myself that I dislike. Seeing aspects of myself that I dislike. And in the community, people project a lot. They want to be something they're not. I don't think half the people are what they say they are. It's very few that I've come across, in my opinion anyway, that are legit what they say they are. I can name all of them right now who are probably legit. And and that's pretty sad because I have a terrible memory. I should not be able to name everyone who I think is legit. And the ones who aren't legit. And let me go into specifics about this because you can know how to invoke a demon, invoke an angel. That's fine. Texts have been around for millennia that teaches you how to do that. But that doesn't mean you're legit. That's grade school stuff. A baby can do it. What makes you legit in my eyes is if you have the respect of that entity. If they actually respect you enough to listen to you, if they respect you enough to maybe be open to teaching you a little bit, if they're not just wanting you to just do my bidding and then I'm gone, if they actually hang around and it's like, no, it's something about you I like, we're going to do so. That's when I start considering you to be legit. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I don't know if that makes sense at all. And I could just be speaking through my butt, and feel free to say, "Shut up, Melvin. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not in this community. You're a poser yourself." Which, hey, I'm cool with that. I'm cool being a poser. Absolutely a-okay with that. But sorry, someone just messaged me. Oh, okay. Anyway, um, you know, oh god darn it, Curtis. Trying to be serious here, man. Jeez. God darn it. I'm trying to have a moment. I normally don't do stuff like this. Um anyway, uh jeez. You made me lose my train of thought. Um mm, what was I saying? Gosh, I would love some lemonade right now. Anyway, legitimacy and what I consider legit and all that. Yeah. Do you have the respect of said entity? Is that entity willing to teach you? Not only teach you, but is it willing to be there? Is it willing to give its time to you, even though time doesn't matter when it comes to spirituality and all that stuff? I mean, but that's a different subject altogether. Um, and are you willing to dedicate your time to said deity? That's the other thing where it makes you legit. Are you going to sacrifice your time to learn and know? And a lot of people in the magic community, again, I keep saying a lot of people, but people that I've seen in the magic community, just looking at it from the outside in, they don't do that. They don't do that at all. They say, "Oh, I am the third scribe of the fourth echelon of Jehovah, the Michael." Just some weird title, and it's like I don't have to do this because I'm already connected to it. And like, well, yeah, you don't have to do anything, but I don't know about that connection. I don't think it would be a strong one because you're not in that energy. You're not devoted. You're not sacrificing your time or your energy. You're not taking the time to learn. You're just posing because it looks cool. Or it might bring you a little bit of clout. Like if I freaking wanted to, I can probably, oh, please stop that cat. I can probably come up with some crazy mess that will sound good, but I certainly wouldn't be able to do. Maybe I'll do that as for an experiment. Like the 99th degree Mason. Way to go, Bonnie. Uh, but it's just stuff that sounds good on paper. It looks good on paper. You guys, there was a freaking porn star who I used to know, and she said that she was freaking Lilith reincarnated. Boy, that's a story. And it's like, okay, I mean, we could say any freaking thing we want to say. It doesn't mean it's true. Maybe inside the person's mind who's saying it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Like, and I'm not trying to get on anyone who thinks they are Lilith or Lucifer or Michael or whoever, Beelzebub, who has the devil for his son. I mean, I'm not trying to do that, but I am trying to say that it's a lot of fakes. And just from what I've seen, they might study the book, but they don't understand the words in the book. They don't understand what they're dealing with or what they're doing, and they're not trying to understand. And that's what separates someone being legit versus being a poser. Are you just trying to look the part, or are you the part? And you're not going to brag about it if you're the part. You don't need to. What's the point? It's like, who you are. You know what you can do, what you can't do, what's legit, what isn't legit, what's going on. And it's funny though, because the ones who have the biggest mouth, who talk about all the demonic entities that they work with and all of that nonsense, and the rituals that they can do, and like, I can do this ritual and it's gonna be the burning fire of the black infernal empire and hell Satan, and all of them, not only are they borderline cult members or cult leaders, whatever you want to call it, but they don't really know what they're talking about. You know, they attract a following because they just have big mouths. It's the quiet ones that I rather learn from. But then here's the thing, the quiet ones probably aren't going to tell you jack squat, because now we go back to secrecy, and secrecy being the root, at the root of the freaking occult. And it's like, why am I going to share my secrets with you? You know, so now we have a weird cycle going again. I'm sorry, I have such an itchy nose, and I don't know if cat hair got in it or something, but it's just very, very itchy, and it bugs me because it always happens when I go live. Never any other time, except for when I go live. Um, oh gosh. And I give me a second, guys. Getting a napkin here. Stretching. Oh, wow. That freaking napkin had some incense on it. I have an incense stick here, and oh wow, that went right up my nose. Oh, good lord. It is Witch's Coven Nag Champa. So, whew, jeez. Oh wow. That's some stuff right there. If I get high, we know why. Okay. All right. There we go. Now, I will say this as well. I don't think it's necessarily about working with every spirit you come across, or deity, or anything like that. I think it's working on yourself first, because you have to work on yourself first. You have to be willing to work on yourself and realize your faults, your weaknesses, to strengthen them before you can work with a deity. You know, otherwise they're not going to respect you. They're just going to see some little kid. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. Boof. What, do their thing. I think before we can work with spirit, we have to work with ourselves, on ourselves, and empower ourselves. And you have to do that because, if you're weak, if you're broken, how can you teach someone else? How can you empower someone else? How can you work with this millennia old deity of some sort and have so many weaknesses yourself? Like, if I was a 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 year old being, then, and you come to me and you're acting like Mr. Big Dingaling, and you come to me like I'm going to toy with you. It's like, yeah, you're not willing to put in the work because you won't even work on yourself. Oh my gosh, the Stream Elements bot is actually working. Holy Christ, I don't believe it. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm so happy about that. It's actually working. Um, Wait, I wonder if this will work. I'm gonna try something real quick. And yes, I know I'm breaking the flow of things, and that's okay. And thank you guys for hanging out with me this late night and basically hearing me vent. And like I said, I don't know if any of this makes any type of sense at all. And that did not work. Oh, yeah, it did. Let's see. Did that one work? Yeah, it did work. Oh, well, that shouldn't say user though. That should be the name of the person. All right. So sorry about that. I'm putting in little commands for the chat, and they're actually working. Surprisingly, that makes me very excited. Now I wonder if this will work. Oh, anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. I just got really excited seeing that. That made me happy. um Although I don't know why it's that user. It should be my name. Can someone put in exclamation point BRB, please? Or the exclamation point tip or something like that? Or exclamation point back, BACK, for me? That would be awesome. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. And, I am kind of going on a rant because of mess that I saw today. And darn, okay, well, I the back works, but I got to figure out how to put in the user's name. That's the part that's not working. Okay, but at least it's for the most part working. That is so awesome. That makes me happy. But yeah, because of stuff I saw today, and it really bummed me out. It hurt someone that I truly do love, and I thought I was going to lose a friend. Like, and it gave me a freaking panic attack. And, people in this community, they need to stop it. Stop trying to bully folks. Stop trying to be the king of the hill. Just stop. I really do think communication needs to happen. It needs to be engaged. And the us versus them mentality has to stop. Even if you don't like the person, fine. You don't like them, then just don't speak to them. Don't give them your attention. Why would you give them your attention, your power, your energy? Why? It just makes them stronger and look better. Don't do that. And it's too many in this freaking community that focus on someone else. And I don't know why. It's like, why do you get obsessed with this? And people can say, "Oh, they put a magic spell on me," and oh BS. Like, like, so here's a fun fact for you guys. I am not a major believer in curses. Like, that's not to say that they don't exist and they don't happen. I just think majority of them are mental, because the thing with a curse, if you mentally think you're cursed. It's psychological. It's a psychological game. If you don't care, like, okay, let's put it this way. Look at it like this. If you were never told you were cursed, would you know it? Because yeah, things go awry, whatever. And then someone says, "Oh, you're cursed." And then it's stuck in your head like, "Oh my god, I have this bad luck. That's what's going on, and I can't touch this, I can't touch that." It's psychological. It's mental. It's a show. So, if you were never told you were cursed, would you still be cursed or hexed or whatever? If you were never told that. If you were told that you had all the good luck in the world, would you believe it? Would you say, "Hey, I'm not too worried"? Would you be confident? "I got good luck. Oh, well, this went bad, but something else is going to happen." It's all psychological. And I guess that's part of the blessing of being oblivious, because if I am cursed or hexed, I certainly don't know it and I don't care enough to find out. you know It's psychological, and people who study that the psychology of humans and reading some freaking what's his name, Sun Tzu, Art of War and mess, you know, like you got the leg up on the competition because it's a psychological battle. Everything we do, it's psychological. The ads we see, they're psychological. The freaking numbers, they're psychological. Oh, hello, Kayla. Welcome to Melvin Rants for tonight. Enjoy your stay, grab some popcorn, watch out for the unicorn puke. Unless it's Skittles, then eat up. Um, but um, but yeah, that mess is psychological. That's how I feel anyway. I could be wrong. Maybe people are cursed and maybe oh gosh, there you go. What was I saying? Yeah, maybe people are cursed. What do I know? I'm just some schmuck in the ghetto and sitting on the couch with the snoring cat to my left. You guys can't see. Um but yeah, unification is definitely needed in this community. Communication is needed. Stop trying to outdo one another. We would get so much further. You know what I mean? We would get so much further if we worked together. If we actually did what was intended and learned from one another and not be so against each other. Like, you can't like Susie because she slept with Marigold, and Marigold's a heifer, so it's like Marigold's a heifer. Like, are you kidding me? Like, uh, oh, darn it, camera went out again. Son of a monkey's uncle. Come on, come back. So I'm going to get a new computer one day because I think these USB ports are just freaking fried. Oh, Curtis. God darn it, Curtis. If Jesus Christ. Um oh boy. Um what was I saying? Anyway, it's just ridiculous. Uh Now, that's not to say don't call people out who do something stupid. There has to be, again, accountability. We have to have a united front and we have to call people out. We have to police ourselves. We have to police the community to a degree. That's not saying be judge, jury, and executioner. There's a way. Oh, there we go. We're back. There's a way of calling someone out without being a total jerk about it. You can have a conversation and speak to them one on one. It doesn't have to be in public. It really does not have to be in public. You can speak to someone privately, especially if you care about them. And it's hard to do. It's hard to love someone and say, hey, you're messing up. You're being stupid. It's really hard to do that, but sometimes we have to because we care about them. And, I care about this community. Yes, I know there is Melvin the Crimson Taurus persona, and that's what that is. It's mostly, well, maybe 70% a persona, but me, myself, I'm a very caring person. I care about everyone who hangs out with me on Unexplained, even if it's only for 5 minutes. I care about you guys. I care about people I get to know and see and speak to you. I feel blessed to be able to speak to people all around the world. You know, that's freaking awesome. You could you imagine like 40 years ago that was borderline impossible, 40, 50 years ago, or you know, and it's a blessing. It truly is a blessing. And I hate seeing the disruptiveness that occurs, and no one is willing to have the conversation they should have early. You know, nip it in the bud early. Nip it in the bud, as Barney Fife would say, before it escalates into something that's out of control and implosive. And then everyone loses. We lose friends. The community gets fractured even more. It's just painful. And it helps no one. And then it creates that bigger divide of us versus them. And that I hate that us versus them mess. And we see it everywhere. We see left hand path versus the right hand path, or Christianity versus Satanism, or you know. And now I'm gonna try and channel my inner Curtis right now. Satanism and Christianity is the same thing. It's the same thing. Jesus and Lucifer are the same. You know. So but you know, yeah, there is a responsibility, what Kayla is saying there. I'm sorry, sweet pea. Good lord, my cat's giving me this look like, what is wrong with you? Like, good lord, I'm sorry, sweet pea, go back to sleep. Camera went out again. It couldn't handle the energy. uh oh gosh. Curtis, I love you. Oh man. Honestly, I really do. Curtis is one of the people that I've learned so much from, and and you know, I appreciate everything he teaches. But anyway, so sorry about that. Um, well, I mean, it's okay if it's queerly as well. You know, I don't judge. You can't have any of this chocolate, but I don't judge. But yeah, Bonnie just mentioned something, witch wars. That to me is, and we're back again. That to me is some of the biggest fabricated stuff that can happen. Witch wars. You know, it's what, witch wars within the community of witches. I mean, like what are you going to do? Everyone grab your broomsticks and get your potions and all this ready to war. Yar! It's just stupid. It's really really stupid. And you know, it's just stupid. I mean, it's no other way of putting it. There is no witch war unless you want it to be one. And it's fabricated in your mind. And it's an illusion or a delusion, whichever you prefer. And it goes back to creating enemies where there are none. You know, creating enemies where there are none. And you know why enemies are created? They're created to have a good guy, to have a leader, when leadership isn't given, it's earned. You earn leadership. You're not given leadership. And when you're given leadership, when you create this fabricated enemy, this big bad,
then what are you pulling people's attention away from? You know, I've never met anyone halfway decent who ever said, I want to be a leader. I want to do, I've never met any decent person who said that, because most decent people, they don't want that responsibility. They don't want a leadership position. Uh, why would you? That mess sucks, and it's a lot of pressure. And a leadership position means control. Jeez, does it mean control? I'm sorry, someone else is messaging me for some reason, even though I'm live, and I don't know why this is going through. There we go. I mean, I've never wanted to control anyone or anything for that matter. I prefer, funnily enough, I prefer to stay in the shadows. That's why I'm a very private person, because it's very easy to be controlled and it's very easy to control others. And what that means, well, no, it's exactly that. It's always someone who is overly open, who is too enthusiastic, who wants to give up their power because they think they're going to learn. They want to follow some. They're in love with an idea. They're in love with an ideal. They're in love with a character, and they give up their power. They give up their control to them, to this leader, and you do their bidding. And you lose yourself. You become weak in the process. You're just a drone. You're just a drone. You don't get anywhere. You don't learn anything. And that's partially what I'm seeing in this community. Drones. They're not getting anywhere. They're not doing anything. They're not learning. They're not trying to learn. They're not having conversations. They're not calling out people who, sorry, reading chat. They're not calling out people who should be called out. And again, it's a way of doing it. Like, there are steps when it comes to calling someone out. I don't think you need to make it publicly right away unless they are just an extreme scumbag. I can understand that. Like scumbags and just nasty people. I totally get, you have to cut that off now. Treat it like gangrene. Cut it off. But I guess what I really want is for people in this community to set aside the petty differences. Will never happen. And I wish you all would communicate better with one another. And if you can't agree, you can't agree. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But to pretend to be something you're not, to say, oh, I'm this and you're not, it's just ridiculous. To portray yourself as one way and you're not, it's just, no. Oh, hello, Slim. No, you didn't really miss anything. It's just me going on a giant rant, and it's just, honestly, it's just me ranting. But Give me 1 second, guys. I have to actually use the restroom, which has never really happened before while I do these things. So give me 1 second. I'm going to yay, I'm so happy the bot's working. I'm going to play some jazz for you while I go drain the tank. So I will be right back. Enjoy the jazz. Okay, I'm back, and I was just using the restroom. I mean, good Lord, Curtis. Um, yeah. All right, just catching up on chat. Bonnie docks my location. Beautiful. Um, Sweet Pea walked by. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. And you're talking about music, so I don't know if you guys enjoyed the jazz or not. I enjoyed it, so yeah, that's all that matters. All right. Yeah, but that's pretty much my rant. You know, just a stupid mess happens in the community, and it stops you guys. It stops you guys from coming together the way you should come together. The communication sucks. Everyone, not everyone, but it seems like it's a lot of backstabbers. And and I'm trying to think of the correct terminology because there is a right word for this. If you want growth, if you want growth, then what are you going to do to obtain it? You know, do you grow by cutting down others? Do you grow by spiting others? Do you grow by just steering people in the wrong direction? Or do you grow by having a united front? Or maybe maybe you're just not the type that wants to be in the collective. You might do better solo. Me personally, I'm more of a solo guy. That's just how I am. I learn on my own. I will learn from others, of course. I'll take bits and pieces from here and there, and I will put it together and come up with my own mess. And what I said earlier was, before we can teach others, before we can work with spirits or deities or whatever, we have to work on ourselves. We have to better ourselves first. Then that other stuff comes. Because if we have weaknesses that we're not strengthening, that we're not even trying to pay attention to, then how can you help someone with those same weaknesses? It reminds me of something that I was thinking of too, where uh, it's odd that this happens, but a lot of psychics, a lot of occultists, a lot of people in the paranormal, not so much into the paranormal investigation, but they usually go through mess. They've had hard lives for whatever reason. It's for me, it's been very rare to find someone who has had a decent life and upbringing in the occult, or who's a psychic or something like that. They've had sucky lives. And I think part of that is because you need that strength to help others. And another part is to show that you yourself are stronger than what you give yourself credit for. We're our own worst enemies at times, and we make ourselves weaker than what we are because we think we're weak. It's like, oh, I didn't get this or that, and look at, but yet you're still standing, you're still going, you know, and that's something to remember. Oh, no one's behind me. Shut up. Um, but you know what? Let's. Oh, let me think of a bottom line here. Bottom line, man, make love. Shoot, just get freaky with everyone. Well, some people already are, so get freaky. You get freaky with me. No one ever does. Oh God, no one ever does. I'm still hoping to see some boobs or something soon. But let me pull some oracle cards for some people, and we'll use the Oracle of Emanation. So whoever wants one, say so right now, and we'll close on that. And I have to sneeze again. Yeah, okay, caught it. Um, All right. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me for my rant, and I really hope it made sense. I really, really do. I hope it made sense. I hope whoever sees this in the future, if they get to this point, just know, even though I'm a weirdo and I am very keep to myself, I like you guys. I honestly do. I freaking like you guys. I care about you all, and I want the best for everyone. Even people I dislike, I want the best for them. I really do. And I hope everyone improves on themselves, their lives, improve themselves with others, and just stop becoming what you say you're not and what you see on the opposite side of the fence. We're not better than each other. We're not better than each other, but we can certainly become worse. Okay. Um so I think Slim said he wanted one first, so we'll go with Slim first. The real Slim Shady, please stand up. So again, just the oracles, and no super tarot or anything. And wait a second, what did I miss here? Oh no, I have time for all you guys, so don't worry, you're good. So Slim, pick two numbers between 1 and 33. While you do that, I will be checking on something. Oh well, that sucks. Okay. uh 666, because that is a number between 1 and 33. Right. So let's retry that. Pick two numbers between 1 and 33, Slim. 6 and 24. Okay, we could do that. All right, this is for Slim Lewis, the real Slim Shady. Whoa, card flipped out on its own. Ooh, oh my gosh. If this is the sixth card that flipped out, that would be so cool. Oh, it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Holy cow, that is so awesome. What? Okay. Okay. That is cool. That's never happened before. The sixth card actually flipped out on its own. That's amazing. Wow. Okay. I guess that one's for you. All right, 24. Oh, interesting. You got two emanations. Now, I'm going to butcher these names because that's just how I am. I butcher names, so forgive me in advance. And I love the art on these cards. I say it every time, but we have Tiferet, Heart, Beauty. Curtis will probably know who this is right away. Oop, right away. This was the card that flipped out on its own. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a good spot without too much of the glare and then the computer screen. God darn it. Is this better or worse? Oh, you know what? Let me turn the. Let's see. Boop. Ah, that's not too bad. Oh, you know what? Why isn't this in focus either? There we go. Okay. And the number 20, um, what card was it? What number was it? Uh-oh. I know I picked the right number. I just can't remember what number 24. That's what it was. The number 24 card is Shakma, the right eye, wisdom. So again, beautiful, beautiful cards. I love this Oracle deck. It's amazing. Oracle of the Emanations. So let's see what it says here. And then I'll get you my opinion. Only thing I don't like about the cards is they don't have numbers on them, so I can't easily just turn to the page. But other than that, beautiful, beautiful. All right, here we go. Tiferet, heart, beauty, the sixth emanation, the temperate force that allows the rest of the emanations to coexist beautifully in harmony. Tiferet is without extremes or absolutes. As each other aspect rages around him, he neither yields nor resists. He is the equilibrium that exists between those forces. He is the guiding hand that braces against the many aspects of the tree to gracefully bring them toward one another. The tree of life, that is. Forming the midpoint between Keter and Malkuth, he defines the pillar of balance, at the glowing center of the tree and the midpoint between all its relationships. He distributes energy from each emanation back across its paths. It's a careful balancing act, incorporated such extreme opposites, but this is the nature of the tree as a whole. Tiferet mirrors the structure of the tree, existing as a microcosm of the whole, and he's found in art, health, and community. Huh, funny. Oh, hey, oh God, Papa Smoke. Good Lord. I could not think of your name at all. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. You missed me ranting, but thank you for stopping by. All right, and Chakma. Let's see. What does it say about Chakma? And then I'll give my thoughts. Seriously, I wish these things had numbers on them. I need to write the guy who made them and say, hey, if you do another edition, put numbers on the cards. Okay, here we go. Chakma, the right eye, wisdom. The second emanation, a vessel to hold that which is most precious. The first gate out of potentiality and a step into the realm of the known. Chakma is the first moment a newborn child opens its eyes, that child's first steps and first word. He is the beginning of a lifelong journey whose path disappears over the horizon, where Keter is the pen that hovers over the page. Chakma is the moment of contact. From nothingness, wisdom is formed. To have insight into that which is not known is a gift that is not bestowed lightly. Descending from the summit of the tree, we see its duality begin to form. Chakma sits atop the pillar of mercy, forming the first masculine aspects of the diagram. Its partner, Binah, opens next to reveal the two eyes through which we see the world. And Chakma is found in birth, intuition, the subconscious. So, Slim, you got some powerful mess here. But Slim, what if I win? What if me weird? Why? So you guys can lie? So you can sit me here? Sorry, I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. But Saying that, Slim, I'm thinking your journey's about to start. Not only is it about to start, but you are reaching a place of balance that you might not have had before. Or maybe that is your journey to seek better balance within yourself, spiritually and physically, to find what makes you tick, to find what brings you happiness. Yeah, Curtis, you would like this. It's by Minya and Peter Moorbrock. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't. It's called The Oracle of Emanations. Just look it up. Anyway, yeah, you might be on a journey of self discovery. Not even self discovery, rediscovery, I want to say. Is finding your balance again, finding what makes you you, and taking those steps, not being afraid to take those steps, and learning over, unlearning so you can learn. So, definitely, your journey is starting. You're bringing forth balance, energy for yourself, though. You know, this is a quest that you had to undertake. So, yeah, good luck with that, Slim. Like, and congrats on finding you. Oh no, it's fine, Papa. I don't mind. But yeah. Okay. So Kayla, you're next. Pick. We'll use the same. Actually, no, we will not use the same deck. We're going to use the Oracle of Shadows and Light for you, Kayla. So pick one number between 1 and 45. Yeah, anytime, Slim. All right, pick what's your number since you already got it. You're ahead of the game, and I can't remember who's next. Yeah, well, Bonnie, you're the one who introduced me to this deck, and then it connected with Daisy. So, you know, 13. All right, 13. Any particular reason for number 13? Yeah, I have the Rider White. He's over here sitting. Okay. All right. So this is for Kayla. What does she need to know? What does she need to know? Is it wrong that I want a pizza this late at night? Um, no, I guess that's not what Kayla needs to know, actually. She does not need to know she wants a pizza this late at night. Hey, Dr. Dino, welcome. Welcome, welcome, my friend. All right, this is the last one. $13. Huh. How peculiar. This is a weird one here. So you got the Angel of Time working too hard. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. Oh boy. Look at the expression on her face. Wow. She is not happy, is she? Okay. A little Spitfire. Let's see what it says here, and forgive my terrible reading skills in advance. What, Kitten's here? Oh, shoot, I didn't even see her. Well, hello, Kitten. All right, so let's see what little Miss Muffin here has to say. The angel of time looks very fierce and stern, and that's because you need to hear her message. You see, if she appeared to you in a soft guise, it would be too easy for you to overlook her message and just continue on as if she had never visited. The truth is that you are forcing yourself beyond your energetic limits at this time, working too hard, self loving, and connecting with the universe way too little. So she has appeared to remind you of what it is you are turning your world into: one big machine where you are one cog in it. You are an important, soulful, beloved being, but the world of work is not going to end if you step away from its mechanism for a while. It's time, she says. Time for a time out. Will you listen? Okay, and this is her speaking. I'm getting straight to the point here because someone really has to tell you. Stop giving so much to your work, all your time, your energy, your passion. Take better care of your health. This is the time to fulfill all those promises you made to yourself, but barely made even the effort to keep. Meditate, eat well, take up gentle exercise, and change unhealthy emotional patterns that are compromising your well being. These are the challenges you need to set yourself. Gaze into a candle's flame. Write down one true thing you love about all your friends and pay close attention to all the messages your body sends you. Then make the changes you know it needs. I thank you in advance, for a happy you makes this world a far better place. Okay, and let's see. Here is the message. Time for a break from mechanical, technical work is needed. Please take breaks from electronic devices like computers, cell phones, and even iPods, clocks, and watches. It is time to simply rest in nature's embrace. Swim in the ocean, float in a lake, walk in a forest, meditate in a cave. Camping, hiking, and gardening would be of most benefit at this time. It's time to unwind the tightly coiled springs and detach from the mechanics of the deadlines and immerse yourself in nature's time and truth. The angel of time tells you to do this now. So there you go. Oops, sorry. There we go. Angel of time, not a happy camper. So get to vacationing and relaxing and all that good stuff. Ooh, boy, what a face. All right. So who was next? I have no idea. So whoever was next, say you were next and we'll get going. Oh boy, how great. 99 red balloons. Why is 99 red balloons in my head? I have no idea. Why is that in my head? Someone tell me. Okay, we have conflicting we have conflicting things here. So is it Curtis or Papa Smoke or who's up? I have no idea. What's happening here? This is confusing. No, it's not too late, kid. Don't worry. I'll do everyone. Yeah, the original 99 red balloons. Uh for the most part. Although okay, so here's the thing, Slim. My my rants probably aren't rants like other people. You know, mine's are unfortunately I, I don't go over PG-13. So but it's stuff that I think I had to get out. Well, okay, so I guess Curtis wins it, and he just decided 9 and 13. Didn't even care what deck I'm going. He's just like, no, you're using the Oracle of Emanation. Use the Oracle of Emanations now. That's what we gotta do. That's what you have to do. So we'll use the Oracle of Emanations. All right, so 9 and 13. Um, okay. Sorry, guys, I'm thinking. Okay, yeah, all right. Let's do it. What were the numbers? 9 and 13. Yeah, I lost the numbers that fast. Hello, Noella. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A PG-13, Bonnie. You know, it's PG-13 rants. Okay. 9 and 13. This is for Curtis Joseph. Whoa. Another card flipped out by itself. And I think, Curtis, you will be getting 3. So I think that's also my stopping point. So darn, you got all emanations as well. Well, no, you have 2 emanations. Okay. Cat snoring again. All right. So the card that flipped out by itself is Gabriel, Angel of... What? Whoa! Someone tipped me? Wait, what? Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I don't know who it was. It said anonymous, but thank you. What? What? Holy cow. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I don't know who it was, but thank you. Like, I super appreciate it. Thank you. Um, okay, I have to get to the reading. Wow. Thank you so much. That's really nice of you. Okay, so Gabriel, the Angel of Heralds, is the one that came out first. And it flipped over by itself for you, Curtis. So I'm counting him. And again, beautiful art. I just absolutely love it. And you know what? Doesn't it look like it's a dragon wrapped around him too? I don't think it actually is a dragon, but it gives me that look. It looks serpentine to me. So yeah, very beautiful card. And the other one that came out, Hod or hold left leg submission. And funnily enough, Netza, the right leg, endurance. So you got the left and the right leg, which is interesting. And Gabriel's depicted riding a dragon. Okay, so yeah, evidently that Gabriel is definitely for you as well. So let's see. I'll read these two first, and then we'll go to Gabriel, and then I'll give you my opinion on what will just what's what. Okay. Wow. Thank you again, whoever sent that. I super appreciate it, man. That's so awesome. Thank you. Yeah. All right. You have a good one, Dr. Dino. And I have to sneeze. Caught myself. Okay. Uh, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Hod. There we go. All right. Left leg submission. The eighth emanation. So I actually have a little bit of a connection with the eighth emanation, believe it or not, but it's due to Raphael, not Archangel Raphael or anything like that. If you're interested in the deck, it is the Angelarium Oracle of Emanations. Oh wow, Slim, thank you. Holy Christ, thank you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Darn it, you guys are gonna get me freaking emotional again. I have to get to this. Okay, so the eighth emanation, the force that abides. Hod is what guides us when we surrender ourselves to the flow of fate and let destiny guide our motion. Through her light, we see the boundlessness of glory. Waving our hands through the wind, we feel the air pull us upward. It's only by resigning ourselves to the forces around us that we truly experience the nature of those forces. Supporting the pillar of severity, Hod does not press back against the weight of the tree. Instead, she simply lets it pass through her, flowing like water down into the lowest portion of the diagram. Through the two opposing characteristics of Hod and Netza, relinquishing and resisting, we gain the power to move. Together, they form the power to carry ourselves through the world with grace and intention. And Hod is found in prayer, nature, and mysteries. And here we go to the right to the opposite, Netza. Wherever she is, or he, I'm not entirely sure what Netza is, but all right. Netza, right leg, endurance. The seventh emanation, the force that resists. Stalwart in the face of adversity, this great leader carries us forth through our darkest times. Netza is the strength to endure regardless of. Oh, thank you, Belial. Thank you. Holy cow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, Netza is the strength to endure regardless of suffering. When we feel that we have reached our limits and yet new strength. Oh, hello, Broken. Sorry, I see you at the corner of my eye. Um, when we feel that we have reached our limits and yet new strength continues to emerge, we find the embrace of Netza. With any increase in force, he too grows stronger. Each challenge is met with equal vigor. Supporting the pillar of mercy, Netza is the closest we get to the base of the tree before merging back into the middle. His station is one of constant stress and strain, supporting the weight of the tree by pressing back upwards against it. And he's found in victory, exercise, and leadership. These two cards are definitely for you, Curtis. I'll get to Gabriel in a second. But essentially, you are facing resistance and you are facing, or excuse me, you do have weight on your shoulders and yet you're pushing forward. And it's saying to continue to push forward. Do not slow down. Do not let life beat you down. You can't let life beat you down. You you have to continue flowing. You have to continue with your flow. Be like water. I know you're into Bruce Lee and everything. So be water. Fluid like water. Flow like water. Don't resist, but resist. Don't let the weight of others crash down on you. Okay, so let's get to Gabriel. Gabriel's gonna be a fun one, I can tell. Um, where are you, Gabriel? Where are you? Gabriel, why are you making me search for you like this? Ah, there you are. Okay, Gabriel, Angel of Heralds. That sounds so weird. Oh, camera went out. Brilliant. Uh, come back, please. Hold up. Let me try this. Come back. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try it now. There we go. Okay. So, Gabriel, Angel of Heralds, the guardian that stands beside the gateway between Angelarium and the rest of existence. Gabriel's lantern points into the seething darkness. Its light breaks open the unknown and banishes doubt. There is certainty in this light. It fills you. This angel issues no command. It doesn't need to. Shine, little light, shine. The impetus for action burns in you. In fact, you burn in it, fueling this light. Suddenly you burst forth, blazing the way, piercing the dark, leaving change in your wake. There is light everywhere you tread. You are the light of Gabriel's lantern. The might of this angel does not command you, it aims you. And his signs are a lantern, a mirror, and discovery. Have a good one, Broken. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate it. So, Curtis, I'm going to say that you are being divinely guided. I know that sounds weird, but I think you are being divinely guided. You are doing what you need to do, what you're supposed to do. You're being guided to do that. And it is a change that occurs wherever that light shines, where you go, whether it is teaching or even breaking down, which is interesting in that, because in order for something to change, we do have to break it down. We have to go to its core to see what needs to be changed. We have to go back to that foundation. And I think you're good at that, at breaking things down in order for them to change and be rebuilt. And you're being guided in that direction. You it's what's happening. Whether it be you riding a dragon getting there, or someone shining a light and saying, "Hey, go here," or whatever. And then with Hod and Netza over here, the two legs taking you where you need to go. Fighting without fighting, resisting without resisting. So, giving you one last look. Hod and Gabriel. So, but there you go, Curtis. Holy cow. You got 3, so you got special treatment there. You weren't supposed to get that, darn it. But you got it. All right. Who's next? If anyone was next, who was next? What was that? Now, unlike Bonnie, you see, I don't have a habit of putting things up and away when I'm still using them. You see, they're right here and I can just go right to them. So, but yeah, who's next? Well, again, I might tell the Lilith porn star Secret Service story. Might. I'm still not 100% sure I will do that. Because it's just so ridiculous. Oh, Bonnie's next? All right. Bonnie, we'll switch back to the Oracle of Shadows and Light. So, Bonnie, pick a number between 1 and pick a number between 1 and 45. Although it is a very interesting story to the people who have heard it, they they usually get a laugh. So it's gosh, that was unexpected. Like, because of that, I am very, very cautious of anyone who does mess with Lilith. Or, no, excuse me. That's actually not the story. It's another story that makes me cautious of people that do stuff with Lilith. The porn star Lilith story, that just makes me cautious of women. Good lord. But yeah, so Bonnie, pick a number between 1 and 45. Uh-oh. Somehow Bonnie is late to her own reading. Isn't this amazing? Like I've said this so many times and I'm saying it again. This chick, unless the internet went out, which I don't think it did. I hope not. No, it did not. Um, this chick, like I don't care what anyone says, but I am convinced that Bonnie was supposed to pass away a few years ago, and Def is still at that spot trying to figure out, like, hey, she's late, and he got tired of waiting and left, so she is immortal at this point in time. She actually cheated Def because she was late to her own spot where she was supposed to die. So that's such a morbid joke. All right. Nothing wrong with being distracted. I get it. Uh, sorry, I'm typing something real quick. 7. Okay, give me one moment. Okay. Let's see. 7. All right. This is for Bonnie W. This is for Bonnie. What's going to come up? Oh, I see Noella's Freak Sides coming out. Let's give it one more mix. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7. Oh, shoot. Okay. You got the Lantern Fairy. Where did I put that? Oh, okay, there it is. A clear solution. Ah, a clear glare. That's what that is. So yeah, Lantern Fairy. So I think you can see that pretty good. Yes, I know 7. I just picked the number 7 card. You're not invisible. What is happening? Okay, so yeah. Anyway, what was I doing? What was I doing? Oh yes, so I know 7. Can you not hear me? Oh my gosh. Am I getting trolled? What is happening? What is going? I see you. Oh my god. You know what? Forget it. I'm just going to read Bonnie's drunk. I'm just going to go with that. Okay. Because I feel like I'm being trolled here. Now, what was it? Lantern Fairy. God darn it. And someone could just type out what I'm saying. What, what, what number are you? Number 24. Okay, here we go. The Lantern Fairy, a clear solution. Stop it. I- I'll put you in timeout. All right. This sweet fairy is showing you a way through a barrier you have reached in your life. This, god darn it, you people. Anyway, okay. What was I doing? No, we didn't do yours yet, Papa. Don't worry. You're in the clear. I'm doing Bonnie's, but she's trolling me or something right now. Someone is trolling me. All right. This sweet fairy is showing you a way through a barrier you have reached in your life. This may be in an area of your life, but it does feel that you have come up against a very solid obstacle. This gentle fairy with her bright lantern can take you to a place in this wall that has already come down so you can move through this obstacle without force or fear. Your only requirement is to trust this fairy and then to take down several bricks after you have moved through. So the wall between this world and the next, your love and your life, becomes slowly less and less solid. The wall is coming down. This is the fairy's role to help you move beyond the wall. Trust her. She will guide you. And this is her speaking. Sometimes people say you should be cautious about where your information is coming from. And that is indeed true. I am simply holding up the lantern I carry and gently letting you see the likely outcome of the decisions you are making and offering a clear solution to the problem at hand. Something has come to an end, a true end, and you have, as they say, hit the wall. You could try digging under it or climbing over it. You could try taking down the wall brick by brick. But if you follow me, I can show you a place where the wall has already come down and where you can move through this obstacle without pain. This is a long one. Do not think this is cheating. There have been others who have come this way. While you can tread the path the way you wish, I can help you make the breakthrough, find the passageway you are looking for. My guidance is safe, clear, and gentle. I am not here to send you in a false direction. I am here to clear the way and light the path. It is up to you whether you make it harder than it needs to be. I'll show you the way. Trust me. I don't know why, but a whole new world from Aladdin's in my head. I can show you the world. I don't know why that's in my head, but oh, camera went out. Oh, gosh darn it. It'll come back in a second. Actually, no, I think I figured out a workaround so I could get it back much quicker. Let's see if it works again. Hey, we're back. Okay. So here is the message. A way through a life challenge will present itself. Stubborn thinking can be changed. Old patterns are being removed little by little, but will need trust. Old shielding against certain it's the USB port. It's pretty much busted for the most part, and it's just holding on barely. Old shielding against certain energies needs to be replaced and reworked, as it is no longer in line with what you wish for, and in fact may be proving to be a barrier which is keeping you isolated instead of protected. Trust where the light leads you. Go where you can feel true love, kindness, and freedom. Avoid all that comes from anger, hatred, judgment, blame, and ridicule. Wow, Bonnie. So, Lantern Fairy. Wow. I do believe this one is for you. Especially that last bit. No, it's not Mercury retrograde, and I'm pretty sure I haven't been cursed. But yeah, so Lantern Fairy. Wow. Very interesting one, but definitely for you. All right. Who is next? After all that 777 fiasco. Because 999-666. Oh yeah, he did have a lantern. That's right, huh? Interesting. So a fairy and an angel, huh? How funny. But yeah. So who was next? All right, let's keep the ball rolling while we can. Oh wow, that's some interesting synchronization. Papa Smoke. What the heck? Have a good night, Kayla. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out and listening to me rant for a bit. Oh, okay. So Papa Smoke is next. All right. You know what? Since you mentioned the girls look moody, we're gonna use the Oracle of Shadows and Light for you, Papa Smoke. So pick a number between 1 and 45. Oh boy. Excuse me. Thank you. Good night. Yeah. Number between 1 and 45 for Papa Smoke. Unless he vanished to do his ritual, and then we will have to skip. I don't want to skip, but we will do so. Yeah, my PG rant. Maybe PG 13 at the most. Whoa. Ole, 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 ole. I don't know why that's in my head. Wait, did Papa Smoke have to vanish? Oh no, he's still here. I need you to pick a number between 1 and 45. It might be a delay, so that could be happening as well. Hmm. Yeah, okay, so he's a bit delayed. That's what's happening. 21, got it. Um, Bonnie. I think that's probably the simplest answer. Just Bonnie. I might share that story one day too, because it actually goes back to something. All right, number 21. Okay, got it. Let him know that I got it. He's probably just delayed a little bit. All right, here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7. That was weird. 21. Okay, you got Fairy of the Divine Hand. Intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. Again, beautiful card. Just absolutely gorgeous. I love the art. And I know what this card is going to say because she came up a lot for someone that I do readings for. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful though. Ah, such a beautiful card. All right, let's see what she says here. Number 2. All right. Excuse me. Sorry, didn't mean to snort into the mic. That's disgustingly terrible. Okay. If the fairy of the divine hand has turned up in a reading, it is ever so likely you are being urged by friends, loved ones, or even your own self to more accurately estimate the power addictive behaviors and substances can have over you. You know how it is. You start having a piece of candy, some soda, maybe a little junk food, then before long, you have more. It may be another habit, such as judging yourself or others way too harshly, thinking negatively, or giving up too early on exercise and good, healthy practices. Uh, practices that you are indulging in. Gossip, too, falls under the fairy of the divine hand's domain. While it can be wickedly delicious, it always leaves such a sour aftertaste. So, when she shows up, know that the true gift she offers is awareness of what you're denying. Don't ignore Fairy of the Divine Hand. Thank her for pointing out your addictive tendencies, acknowledge their power, and then disengage and find support for living in clear, bright ways that don't leave you feeling drained, disoriented, and disenchanted. This is her speaking. I am here to reveal to you what will tempt you. It is delightful, this thing you are being offered, and surely a little won't hurt. I am Fairy of the Divine Hand, and I appear to you when you are blinded to what you must see. Come and truly examine what is being offered to you. Underneath this apparently harmless fun, spending, partying, distraction, and temptation lie disorientation and fear, and things may appear to be quite different than how they truly are. But here, look and look closely. Do you begin to see what will take place if you continue down this path? If you sugarcoat the possibilities of where this may end? Do not push down the feelings and warnings you have. Instead, come a little closer and look. Do you begin to understand that what seems such a small thing may indeed change lives? Take a moment. Look, think, connect with your deeper wisdom. Decide whether you will join in with what is tempting you or whether you will watch a while longer and make the wise decision instead. And this is the message. Stop. Stop right now. Your intuition, your inner sight, and clear vision is sending you a very clear warning. A red flag has just gone. A red flag has just gone up, and this is the time to stop, look, and listen. Stop, look, and listen, baby. Good old Elvis. Anyway, sorry. Stop, look, and listen before going forward. Your higher self, your clear sight, wants you to stop and think before simply taking this wonderful temptation someone is offering you. It may be in the form of a secretive relationship, junk food, alcohol at a party, sex before you're ready, or behaving in ways that are unsafe and disrespectful, speaking harmful words and thoughts that could scar people for a long, long time. This moment's indulgence could have long-term repercussions that could lead you away from well-being, clarity, and harmony. You know when this temptation comes that you do not need to flee, you do not need to indulge, you do not need to curse and berate this lovely, very earnest fairy with her clear message to stop and truly look at what is taking place. You know you simply need to pause, be quiet, clear, and know now that one of your fiercest addictions is seeking you out and you are wavering, caught in its delirium. This is not an opportunity to escape. This is your chance to break free. So essentially, what she's saying, Papa Smoke, is be careful with temptation. Be careful going so hard on whatever it is that you do because you will lose control. You lose yourself. And it can become addicting. And you want that thrill because you lose yourself in it. And it's just like, ooh, so she's definitely warning you and saying, hey, you need to stop. So slow down some. But yeah, Fairy of the Divine Hand. Beautiful, beautiful card. Like probably one of my favorites in here, the art, everything. But yeah, definitely slow down with certain things. Don't be so quick to react. And, just instead of in this case having rum after you do your ritual work and everything, have some lemonade like I would have some. Lemonade's delicious and refreshing. But there we go. All right. I think is it who's next? I don't even know. Who's ever next is next. So who is next? Ooh, wow, eyelash. Who's next? Who's that cop? Tick tock, back around. Yeah. Bonkers, totally out. Bonkers, there to go. I don't know why Bonkers is in my head. That's an old 90s cartoon for those who don't know. Yeah, oh, well, I'm happy it was on point. It would suck if it wasn't. So who is next? Who's next? Like Goldberg. Who's next? Oh, the wrestling people will know that one oh so well. Let's go with Kitten if you're here. Kitten, are you still here? 17. Okay. All right. Number 17. So we'll just keep using the Oracles of Shadow and Light. This is for Kitten. 1 second, guys. I'm getting another message real quick. All right. Let's do this. All right. Knock you off. X. Yeah, shaking it. Shake, Sinora. Shake your body right. Work, Sinora. Shake it all the time. I don't know why that song jumped in my head. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about Beetlejuice. I have no idea. All right, so this is for Kitten, aka Jin, or would it be Jin, aka Kitten? I don't know. That's weird. How would that work? I have no idea. All right. Number 17. What does she need to know? What does she need to know? Let's give it one more mix. And I don't think Curtis likes it when I say mix. I remember I think he's like what I think he said one time like what does that mean, a mix? You're not mixing, but I like saying mix. So we're going to give it one more mix. All right. 17. Ooh. So, Kitten, you got a very interesting card. One that does not come up very often. Like, this is a rarity for this card to show up. And not only is it a rarity for this card to show up, but this card somewhat resembles my guide Daisy. So, you got a little special one here, and you got the number 19 card, Amara the Minehune. I'm saying that wrong, but oh well. Aloha healing. Let me find the right screen, Melvin, and there we go. And it's something about her that's just so innocently beautiful, but I don't know. It's just, she's a gorgeous card. But yeah, this is a little bit what Daisy looks like, just a little bit. Mixed with Krista from Fern Gully. So let's see what it says. Oops. Alrighty. Amara represents the spirit of the tropics. She is warm, sensual, sweet, and laden with gifts for you. She eats fruits and flowers and dances and sings the songs of her ancestors. She is laughter and fresh flowing water and hope and warmth. She is at home in the world outside, in a nature filled with the sound of dolphins, the music of waterfalls, the song of the warm breeze. There are also many sweet aromas when she comes to you, and she wishes for you to slow down and relax and to take your time and smell the oh, that's not fragrances. That is frangipanis. I don't know what that word is, but smell something good. There is no rush when Amara comes into your world. She knows that while you feel rushed, you are not eating right, nor digesting properly, nor connecting deeply, nor sleeping well, nor feeling fully. You are barely noticing the beauty of nature both within and outside of you. So it is time to treat yourself to some relaxation of the Hawaiian kind when she comes to visit and embrace the aloha spirit. And this is her speaking. Aloha! It is time for a guilt-free time out for you when you will invite the energy of Hawaii and more self-nurturing into your life. It is time to discover and fade out those voices that say you must always work hard and be stressed to achieve what it is you wish for. I am of a time and a place where time moves in its own way, where you are at one with the natural world and where your body and soul are entwined in unison and singing the most beautiful song. You need the power of sunshine on your body. Please give yourself a sun bath, a natural, energetic healing of pure golden light, and feel the radiance warm your bones and fill you with joy. Essentially, you need to literally turn into a cat to sunbathe and everything. Just, But anyway, all right, this is the message. Amara has come, and so it is time to begin to eat more fresh fruits, drink healthful juices and smoothies, take dance lessons, have a tropical bath with flower petals, and bring the energy of a waterfall into your life. Kahuna massage and bodywork is wonderful for you when Amara makes her gentle, powerful presence felt. She also responds well to dancing, joyful exercise, singing, and music. Fresh foods, fruits, and more raw food. And you would definitely benefit from more sunshine and outdoor time. There may be relaxation and healing traditions within your ancestry to investigate. Take a vacation and journey to a soulful place. Holistic treatments will have appeal, as will natural alternatives. By taking this approach and devoting yourself to it, you can expect renewed health and a positive new attitude too. Above all, it is time to connect to the power of sunshine in gentle, soulful ways. Surfing and ocean swims will be most beneficial at this time. But so essentially, kitten, you are supposed to live the dream and literally relax, probably eat better, have some fun, get your energy back, man. You need to get your energy back, re-energize, find that little spark again and get rejuvenated. There we go. That's the word, rejuvenation. But yeah, here she is. Cute little thing, isn't she? So, but yeah. All right. So that is Amara. That is Kitten. Is there anyone else? I can't remember. You know what song now just popped in my head? Um, Justin Timberlake's it was in a troll song. Uh Don't Stop the Music. That dun, 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 stop the Can't Stop the Feeling. That's the name of it. That's what it reminds me of. Oh yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Yeah, no problem at all. Sunshine in my pocket, got good soul in my feet. Noella, you want one? Noella, I think for you, we're gonna go back to the emanations. So if you want one, pick a number between 1 and 33. Don't 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 boom 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 boom. Dun 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 dun. Wait, what's that other one? Dun 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 dun. Boom dun dun dun. Is that a hip? A hop. The hippie to the hip hop, and you don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say trump the boogie to the rhythm to the boogie the beat. Now, what you hear is not a test, and I'm moving to the. All right, and pick one more, number 33, and one more number. Dun 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 dun. Shabba wop dooby doo. 12. Okay. 33 and 12. I don't know why. I'm in a music mood for some reason. It's going on 12 a.m. and I'm over here in a happy music mood. Okay, so this is for Noella. I mean, you could say 7, that works too. So, but 12 and 33. Oh, freaking 7s. Gosh, I can't wait to share my project with you guys very soon. I really hope everyone enjoys it too. It's been a long time coming. All right, we're going to give it one more mix. Ooh. Sweet Pea is snoring. Always a good sign. It means she's having a darn good sleep. Although I don't like it when she goes into too deep of a sleep because she starts slobbering and she gets spit bubbles and mess. And she has a habit of sleeping on top of me. And, sometimes you wake up to a spit bubble in your face, and it's not a good sight. 12. Ooh. Wait, did you get him last time? Wait a second. What's going on here? Wait a second. Wait a minute. I almost want to say you got these two cards last time, or someone got these two cards last time. Hold up, man. What the heck? Okay, that's weird. So you got, and I love the art for both of them. These are probably my favorites in this deck. But you got freaking uh uh Azrael, the Angel of Death. Beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. I really love this card. Like the art of it. I mean, he's more of a traditional looking angel too, but it's just power and it's kind of creepy. And you also got Hazmed, the Angel of Annihilation. And this guy looks like a freaking warrior. I mean, he even has like that Kung Lao hat going on. So, what the heck? Two very powerful cards here. Um, all right. Well, if somebody else who got them, wrong book, Melvin. But they're gorgeous. I just God, the art is so amazing to where I'm actually thinking about purchasing the prints of these and just having them hanging around somewhere. Okay. Came out of nowhere. Sure. We'll go with that. Anyway, Azrael, Angel of Death, the assistant to man's creation and the architect of the human body. Azrael stands alone on the shores of mortality, helping remove the souls from the bodies of dying men, like precious seeds from the rotting core of an apple. The grim harvest is not to be feared, but demands respect as few other things in time and space. From under the shroud of purpose come the hands of Azrael. O death, come to lay your hands upon me. O death, unfurl your fingers from my destiny. O death. Do not search here or there. It will reveal itself in time. It will breach the surface for a moment. It will take you and pull you under. You will know, and the knowledge will fill you, even as it consumes your soul. And his signs are an apple, the ocean, and a skull. And let's go to Hazmed here. Where are you, my friend? Here we are. All right, Hazmed, Angel of Annihilation, the Unmaker, a terrible sight to behold, the void eating itself and making itself anew. That which should no longer exist is unmade by Hazmed's hands. There is something that needs to be removed. Look upon that which should not be and lose it from existence. And his signs are a hood, eclipse, and an empty field. And these two definitely go hand in hand together. Death and annihilation, good Lord, they go together. Finding that spot. Oop. Does that work? That works. So, yeah, well, darn it, you said it before I could, but basically, it's a transformation. You are leaving an old version of you behind to maybe it's even a part of you that needs to be annihilated. So a new part of you can be reborn, filled with knowledge, information, understanding that you perhaps don't have just yet. Maybe you gain that by sacrificing whatever this old part of you is. But no matter what, something is being left behind. Something, a part of you, is going, and it will be refilled. Now, here's the thing, especially with Azrael, he could be too overflowing with information, and you can drown yourself. So you have to make sure not only are you prepared for the information you're going to download, make sure you have room for it, and make sure that part that would resist that information, make sure it is annihilated. Make sure it's not there and it's not going to compromise you. That is something I would be worried about, because when it comes to knowledge, when it comes to learning, it's a lot of contradictions involved. It's a lot of unlearning we have to do in order to learn. And if you don't unlearn, if you don't cut loose that stubborn piece of ourselves, or yourself in this case, that resists, you just end up hurting yourself. You kill yourself, because the information will never come to you the correct way. You will never understand it, and then it becomes a giant waste of time. So make sure you're ready for any type of download of information you get. Make sure that part of you that will resist it, that says, no, 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 we're not doing it, get rid of it. But yeah, so there you go. Freaking Azrael and Hesmod. Who are you? Hasmed. Good lord. God, I love this card. So beautiful. Just beautiful. But yeah, he's a little bit more of a traditional angel, but not by much. And shoot, I can't even say he's traditional. He looks nothing like a I just love the art. And this guy just looks like he's ready for some type of battle in Dark Souls or some mess. But there we go. Whew. Where did I? Oh, they're right here. Oh, I'm so silly. All right, is that it, or is there? Oh yeah, I agree, kitten. Oh, these cards are beautiful. I love this deck. Is there anyone else? Paranormal Witch, are you still here? Do you want a reading, or are you good to go? Or you might actually be dealing with the kids, or you passed out. Either way, it's okay. I can always give you a reading another time. But yeah, last call before I head off and, I don't know, find a midnight snack that I should not be eating, but I'm going to eat it anyway, and then pass the heck on out. Hot dog on it. Oh my gosh, Fighting Foodons. Does anyone remember that show? Oh man, that was oh, well, listen away, Slim, listen away. That was a crazy show. No, I'm going to do it. I have every right to do it. I'm getting myself a midnight snack. I'm owed that. It's not going to be anything too bad. I'm probably just going to have a vanilla pudding or something. And I mean, I wish I had some Greek yogurt. Oh my gosh. Vanilla Greek yogurt or vanilla strawberry Greek yogurt. Man, that's the way to go. It won't be anything too heavy. Or maybe I'll just get a toaster strudel. Oh boy, toaster strudel. That would be pretty yummy as well. But yeah, last call. Last call. What do you mean? No, no, Mel, stop. What? No, I'm hungry. Gosh, it's just gonna be one thing. I'm not eating a croissant. Oh my gosh, actually, that sounds pretty good. Cream cheese croissant. Excuse me, let me try to say it like the French. Le croissant. Ah, it's not fair. Sweet Pea eats late at night. Why can't I? Actually, I think my cat might have a bit of an eating disorder. So I probably should watch that because either she has an eating disorder or she's just very OCD. Probably both. I shouldn't joke about that. I'm sorry. Oh, she can't hear me. She's knocked out. So why am I apologizing to you? You're gonna wake me up anyway and stare at me and say, "More food. Feed me. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me." Oh, now you see, here's the thing, kitten. This is why I can still eat because I have it where I can eat at night, but not throughout the day. Um, because I like going to sleep on an empty stomach. I don't like, I mean, empty stomach, excuse me, with stuff in my stomach. I don't like sleeping on an empty stomach. So, but I'm still doing that. But I have my numbers differently because I know how I work. And it's gonna be like probably a Greek yogurt or something. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. You know, thank you for listening to me rant away. I appreciate it. I'm getting another message from someone. I'll yap with them later. But yeah, so I do hope my little rant and everything, I hope it made some type of sense. And it was stuff that I personally needed to get out. And just, it, the magic community is weird, but I hope you guys enjoyed the Oracle pools. And I have no idea when I'm going to be live next. Probably not till May, most likely. And yeah, so I think the next thing I will do is what is next? The In Case You Missed It, and then something for May. But yeah, so everyone, you have a great night. And thank you again for hanging out and stopping by and subbing and hitting like all that good stuff. So thank you guys, and I will be seeing you when I see you. Bye bye. Oh, I don't know how to turn this off. This is a different thing. Let's try this again. Bye bye.